Good morning. Tales from the crypt again. And I mean a crypt. I woke up this morning and it was as per usual. The inmates were getting bullied for showing up at the door a minute and a half, 90 seconds early for their morning smoke. And like I said, at least these guys get 8 smokes a day. But it's in a cage, so they don't get to go anywhere. They just get to be outside in a cage and smoke. So I got triggered immediately and had to take a justice stance, solidarity, because they immediately then got gaslit. Oh, they're accessing private information, and oh, we're closed late because, and oh, blah, blah, blah. I said, really? Most of them don't even have the cognition to access private information. Not only that, but later in the day, I came to the door and there was my entire prescription history laid out for all to see. Such hypocrisy. Anyway, I'm sure I'm going to get bitch slapped for recording this, and that cage is waiting if I get elevated at all in any way. You're not even allowed to be elevated as a psychiatric patient, or you get caged, sedated, just dealt with in a way that nobody wants to deal with you. And it's the same as what happened when I came in with this seething dog bite. My Roddy fucking snap. You can't really see it in this light, but when I came in with that beauty, immediately on antibiotics. Now, if I went home that night, because I do not believe in allopathic medicine, I would have put some neem on that. The cholera can't get through neem. I think I'd have been fine. But I had to discontinue the antibiotics because they're so strong. Again, I'm 9 times through this, and now I'm like, fine, give me a prescription. Just give me anything. Just give me a prescription. I'll fill it for as long as you need to never bother me again. And I had to discontinue the antibiotics because it's enough for me to get used to the other prescription that you need to get at my pineal with. Anyway, like looking at the back end of this ridiculous Nazism, this centralization of the records, this digital keeping, this hyper-monetarization of innocence in case, it's created a system of militant police who are answering to a black op emergency services network, isolating, targeting, cashing in on the laundering of any vulnerable in any direction they deem necessary. And you guys fell for that, Canada. But I didn't, not this bitch. I'm okay going through what I'm going through because I didn't fall for that. She doesn't like allopathy. She refuses to create a cloud account. You see, I'm on the shit list. She's blown the whistle on crooked cops. She's definitely disrupted the covoid narrative. What else? Because why? Because you took a diplomat for this country and tried to cancel it as you reinstated fascism. That's why. We're in this because of that. And now I'm sitting here with my reporter hat on and my little wet hair, my ugly little outfit, and looking like shit, like always, while these nurses are bragging about their Christmas shopping to these poor pricks. And everyone is just dead in here. No one's helping them. They have no hope in life. They are not even allowed to get panic leveled up. They are incarcerated on cage upon cage upon cage. There is levels of the cagery that they'd have to get out just to breathe fresh air and walk down the street. And you guys are, none of them are harmful. Not one of them is again, there's a couple schizophrenics on the ward, but really they can be so well taken care of if we just care enough and do the work, put in the work. And we've been sitting here watching this promise of the poverty reduction and the green finally being unleashed when you can just get this ridiculous monster hooked up where centralized control of all electronic devices, homes, porches, cars, keys, wallets, IDs, bank accounts, just falls by the wayside. Still falling by the wayside, honestly, in reality. So I'm sitting here and now I'm triggered. I got to put the plugs in because this is just so hard on me. Cannot relax, cannot sleep. I've decided just to discontinue the antibiotics because I'm not getting a yeast infection on top of everything else. So I hope to get my doctor coming in on Monday, hearing that the nurses have written me up for being agitated all weekend. But again, that's such a slanderous lie at this point. Here's a tip. No surprise, the cops have changed the story too. They're like, first of all, she's like, oh no, she threatened an officer. As always, they always say we resisted, we threatened them, we hurt them. Like, why would we? Buddy, that's an easy charge for your ass. Why would anyone fuck with the police? We used to have a noble system of peace de-escalating officers in the de-escalating peace officers in this country. Where are they? You're just a Nazi skinhead group of punks now. We owe you nothing. In fact, I'd love to see people start reaming through you on behalf of our crooked legal system and just executing the hell out of you legally with impunity, because your track records are that hideous. I would love to see people start just shooting you dead right on the spot like a good Nazi should be. Right dead in public, everyone watching. Just a fucking good old classic fucking hanging. I'd love to see that at this point. And it's not even out of fucking homicidal influence. It's literally these criminals just need to be killed. They cannot be helped. There's no helping them. They just keep it up every day. So I'm sitting inside again and trying to work through that and trying to remember everything I had going on. All of the shit that I'm working on in the real world that's just been put on hold and jeopardized again. And any minute now, they're going to come busting in here trying to tell me I'm not allowed to fucking record shit in this facility. Again, stop rewriting history there, Nazi. Of course I am. I'm allowed to do whatever I want. This is Canada. That's not a crime. It's never been a crime. Tiny little microports where they rewrite history. It's so literally embarrassing. Anything else I wanted to say this morning? Of course, my mother's being tormented on the other end. And I just heard a nursery rhyme from this generation's kids. It's disgusting. Happy llama, sad llama, super llama, dead llama, disabled llama, fucking worker horse llama. Yeah, no, we got your 5 fucking classes there, bonehead. You all think you're so entitled. That's what I don't get. This millionaire culture that for 40 years we had to watch these kids chase. Like, how are you that entitled? What have you done to deserve that? What team were you a part of that can claim ownership on anything that would make that a thing that's attractive to someone like me? Someone that literally can only rely on God's own authority at this point to get through the day. You guys are pretending this is not the devolution of such crookedness. You're pretending we haven't had the quantum realization. You're pretending you're not harboring the right frequencies, altering them in those vaxes to create these 5 classes. And you're pretending you don't live a life of pure delusion and sin. And I mean sin. I mean dirty ass fucking bullshit that people are getting away with, thinking, well, you know what? Karma's not a real thing. It's not really a realm of consequence. When it is. It really is. I can't wait for your track record. Oh, wait. You lost all your trillions. Your little digi-stamp that you've been working so hard on failed entirely. You only have, remember when the first digi-stamp came out, it had your corner pocketed. Remember, it was a 2D image of all your data that could be read like this. You don't even have the plug anymore on the personal interest. So just keep your stupid fucking 2D barcode up and tell us all what's in it and start making it make more sense. I'm reading a barcode. I'm the fucking coolest shit ever. Give me a Nexus pass. Somebody said I licked daddy's asshole properly and I deserve it finally. Again, I know you've got a new show called Wildcard now. We've erased her again. This is a thing. It's Wildcard. We've had the idea. It's ours. We have now Wildcard on TV. We've not dealt with the wild card. We have not had anything to confront. We are not getting charged for anything. There is no crime happening here that we are going to be charged for, even though we are fully aware that we are absolute criminals because we think this is the better way. Okay, Daddy. Sounds amazing. Thanks for listening. Talk soon.